So for the first time since 2011, Andy Dalton is not listed as the starting quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's been banged up a couple of times and has missed some games, but this is the first time due to coach's decision he will not start a game at quarterback for the Bengals since 2011. So I've never been a huge fan of his. I don't consider him an elite quarterback by any means, but at the same time, I feel like people give him a lot of crap. If you look at his stats, he's really not that bad. He's had some really nice seasons in the NFL before, so I think Andy Dalton, while he's not an elite quarterback, is slightly above average in my mind. I don't think he's had a bad career by any means or anything like that, but when you look at his numbers and look back at his career, it's really not that bad, and his career is not even over yet. He just turned 32 years old. So the Bengals currently sit at 0-8. There's really no reason to play him anymore. They have new coaches, a new regime, and all that kind of stuff. They have no ties to Andy Dalton, so instead they're going to go with the fourth-round rookie from NC State, Ryan Finley. So Finley was pretty good in the preseason. He was 47 of 64 passing, 414 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I watched Finley when he played against the Giants. I watched that full game, and honestly, I was pretty impressed. I mean, of course, there were some things that, wasn't great, but for the most part, he showed that he can move the football and place the ball accurately and stuff like that. So I think he'll be fine, honestly. I don't think he'll thrive, but I think he'll be okay. So their offensive line's still one of the worst in the league. Their running game is non-existent, and it's just not a position. He's not put in a position right now where he's going to be very successful. I'd be very surprised if he came out and just, even went 500 the rest of the year and had a good season. So I think he'll be okay, though. So let's look at a couple plays of him from the preseason. So first one here, he faces a blitz and doesn't panic. He just keeps his eyes downfield, rolls out to the left, and hits his guy on a deep comeback route. You like to see that kind of stuff, the kind of patience to keep your head up and all that. So this other play isn't overly impressive, but shows he can hit receivers in stride. It's a short in route to Alex Erickson, but you have to love the ball placement here by Finley. And another big thing, it's also been announced that A.J. Green, his top receiver, will make his way back in Week 10 next time they play against the Ravens. So that's definitely huge for a rookie quarterback to have a guy like A.J. Green back. And as for Andy Dalton and his future, the Bengals can get out of his contract next year with no dead cap space, so it's very possible he might be cut, and we'll see what happens. It really depends on how Finley plays this year, what kind of draft pick the Bengals have. Maybe they go with a new quarterback. Of course, next year's quarterback class is supposed to be great. Zach Taylor can get his guy, and we'll see what happens with the Bengals. It's definitely very interesting. We'll see how these final 8 games or so play out. Definitely going to be fun to watch how Ryan Finley plays, and I wish him luck. But as for Andy Dalton and his future in Cincinnati, it's not looking good right now, and definitely could be on a different team next year.